Right, this is a quick walk around video for a Honda Accord. This is a 2.4 executive. It's got fitted with a couple of lovely options which were available at the time. These 5-spoke 17-inch alloys, and the sat nav is fitted to the car as well. This is a very rare beast, 2003 with just 45,000 miles, 2 private owners, and a wonderful service history attached to the car as well. So I'll just go around the car for you and pick up anything I can. You'll hear the engine fan cutting in and out. I always have the engines running during these videos, but it's up to temperature now, so you'd expect to hear it. But lenses there, completely free of cracks, condensation or otherwise. Front bumper is very clean, just a couple of very minor stone chips which could be easily touched in. So little mark there. Bonnet is unbelievable. It's almost completely free of any stone chipping that I can see, but there'll be the odd one there. I'm bound to have missed something, but it's incredibly clean. Come down the near side of the vehicle, looks pretty much mirror smooth down that side. Can't see any indentations at all. Tyres on the car are absolutely fantastic all round. Alloys look as though they're completely original, and that does mean that there is a bit of pickling, but the fact that they are as original as this is a minor miracle. But there is pickling on them. I'm not going to hide it from you. Just see it on the spokes there and down here as well. Whether you get those done, I'm not going to touch them. The car's too original to touch it, in all honesty. Wing mirror cap there, all completely free and clean. Panel work is quite extraordinary. Really fantastic condition. Rear alloy, much the same as the front, it does have pickling on it, but again, the originality is what sort of sets that one apart, really. And then come down the flank there, just to show you again just how clean that flank actually is. Around the back of the car, again, all in absolutely fantastic order. Twin tailpipes on the 2.4s, of course, separates them from the lesser models. And then offside of the vehicle, as with the other side, is absolutely mirror smooth. It's beautiful. And then finally come down, rear alloy, exactly the same as the other ones. So the main spokes are very good. It's just on the inside of the spokes they tend to go, where the lacquer lifts up. It's very, very, very rare to see one like this. You know, even ones much later. And then final alloy. So I mean, we're looking at a car that's in absolutely fantastic condition. It really, really is. Coming into the boot of the car now, just to show the boot lid there. I mean, it really does make a belief, really, to see it in such nice and original condition as this. It's hardly had a clean, so it genuinely hardly really needed it. But all the major areas are in just wonderful, wonderful condition. And then underneath here, you've got your space saver spare wheel, which is all absolutely fine, and all the original wheels and tools are still here with the car. Coming to the back of the car, offside rear door card, looks almost as new. Sill area behind the front seats, full set of original mats on the car, but all in astonishing condition. Really, really is. And door card on that side again just looks pretty much as new. Rear seats, to continue the theme, hardly look as though they've ever been sat on. In wonderful condition. Coming to the front of the car now, driver's door card. Again, just remarkable just how clean and fresh this is. You know, we pinch yourself to say this is 14 years old. It really, really is amazing. Electric driver's seat, that works absolutely perfectly, as you can see, as you'd expect as well on a Honda, but all in fabulous, fabulous order. Even the bolsters are in really lovely condition. There's hardly any wear on them at all. And then passenger seat, again, just hardly looks as though it's ever been sat on. I'd imagine this is just one person driving around in this car. Sorry, shaky hand today for some reason. And then look up there, I've got the electric sunroof on the Accord models and the executives, and that's working exactly as it should. Pops back with the blind, then comes back by itself. So full slide, and obviously you can tilt the sunroof as you so wish as well. So sat in the car now, engine's running as it has been all the way through in the video. So I'll just turn the fan down a fraction there, just to show you near side door card, as with the others, just unbelievable condition, absolutely incredible. In the glove box there, full owner's manual pack and your locking wheel nut key and set, which is all present with the car. What the video cannot do, of course, is just to show you just how nice the interior of this car is in terms of its condition. It is quite exceptional. Sat nav all working absolutely perfectly, really high quality controls on these Accords. But the interior, just to go over there, so you've got the heated seats on the vehicle, all working exactly as they should. Passenger one as well, all absolutely fine. 6-speed gearbox lever and gator just look and feel absolutely as new in your hand. Handbrake and all these center console areas, absolutely beautiful. Cup holder, again in the interior, you know, this has been given a wipe over, not a deep clean at all, and it is quite remarkable. It really is. Huge storage area down there as well. Then come across to the main binnacle of the car, just pan in there for you. You can see 45,017 miles. There's no warning lights on the car, just a low fuel light currently. Multifunction steering wheel, audio on the top left, cruise control top right, all working absolutely perfectly. Really is quite a unique thing, this. So finally just come under the engine bay, as you'd expect from Honda, beautifully presented. Just incredibly tough engines these, and this with hardly any miles on it is going to give years and years and years of service. What we'll follow now will be a road test of this very car. Right then, this is a quick road test. This is for a Honda Accord, registered LO03CJZ, previous on a private plate KB51AND. Mileage at the start of this road test is 45,000 miles and 45,009 miles. Reason we do the road tests is so that people who are further afield can get to see the cars prior to coming to see us, and I can feedback any issues with the vehicle that may be relevant to you prior to coming to see us. I am critical on the videos, so if there's something not quite right in the car, I do feed it back to you and tell you whether it's something we'll be attending to or something that will be sold as part of the sale of the car. Also, the road tests are done on exactly the same road test route as any prospective buyer will go on should they be interested in buying the car prior to purchase. That way I'd obviously hope that, you know, it'd be representative of what you'll feel yourself when you come to see and drive the car. Brief background to this car: it is a little bit different, and I also want to point out I am horribly biased when it comes to this particular model of car. It is one of my favourite Hondas of all time. It's a wonderful vehicle, and we were incredibly lucky to find this one. Just 2 private owners from new, a wonderful service history to back up this, you know, fantastic mileage. But the very second you get in and drive the car, you'll see that mileage is completely genuine and true with the tightness that the vehicle exhibits. It is an extraordinary vehicle. But to be subjective for a second, I'll just go through the car and its major mechanicals kind of one by one for you and give you a little bit of feedback on them as best I can. The engine of the vehicle, which is a true gem, 2.4 litres, knocking on 190 horsepower, starts absolutely instantaneously. Is buttery, silky smooth, whatever superlative or adjective you want to attach to the smooth. It's just a brilliant engine, and this one is an absolute peach. It's just superb. There's no warning lights on the car. It's just been driven over 100 miles to us from where we purchased the vehicle, and the temperature gauge is running at 1/3, which is exactly the way where it should be on a Honda car. I'll talk more about the engine in due course, but take it from me, just perfect, absolutely perfect. Gearbox of the vehicle, sorry, you then got clutch and gearbox. Actuation of the clutch is absolutely smooth. There's no squeaks, there's no clicks, there's no ratchety feel to it. Bite points absolutely spot on. feels wonderfully well engineered, which of course it is, but it operates beautifully. It then feeds through to this, God, I'm going to be superlative city here today, just a brilliant gearbox. 6 speeds on the 2.4s. The quality of the gear change is nothing short of remarkable, for 2 reasons. One, it's lost none of its precision over the last 14 years. It feels all but as new in terms of its actuation and the crispness of its movement, but it's just the quality of it. In a world of cars where manufacturers seem to think that'll do, it's a real, it's lovely to jump in a car where enthusiasts have clearly had something to do with the manufacture of the car. The gear change, in terms of its actuation, the directness, the shortness of throw, the quality of the synchro mesh, just the way the whole thing syncs with the clutch and the engine of the car is just astonishing. It is a brilliant gear change. It really is. I prefer it to the later model. I prefer the steering to the later model as well, by the way. But this is quite a remarkable car. But in terms of powertrain, faultless, absolutely faultless, and not just the fact that it hasn't got faults, but the fact is that it drives as it did when it came off the production line. That's how good this particular example is. Just a fantastic engine, it really is. Steering of the car tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations coming back through it at all. It feels direct, it feels responsive, it doesn't have any sense of any wear in it at all. And that's not just through the steering column, but the feel of the steering wheel itself, which just feels like new in my hand. It really does. Ride of the car, chassis of the car, suspension of the car is just a brilliant compromise. I don't think they can engineer cars like this anymore without losing money, in all honesty. That's how good this car feels. It's got no clonks, bangs, thuds, crunches from underneath the car, which you'd expect on a car this age to show some sign of wear, where normally the things that are designed to wear out before the other bits, things like these little drop links, anti-roll bar links, suspension struts, it's silent. You'll hear it going over the bumps, but you don't get any of those noises that you normally associate where a car feels a bit tired with age. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Just to let you know, just checking the cruise control works absolutely perfectly on the car. Also, driving at speed, car of this age, you should be looking out for, or listening out for rather, sometimes when windscreen's been replaced, if it got a crack in it or a stone chip, you might find that it might not be fitted back in quite right. But the fact is, this is very quiet, even by current modern day standards. It's a quiet, very refined car. So there's no wind hiss, and that also means that the electric sunroof above my head, all the door seals are all in very fine order. God, I love this car. Brakes on the car, rock solid brake pedal, touch of the brakes, no vibrations, no pulsing, pulls dead straight, dead square, absolutely spot on. Looking inside the car, crikey me, it really is just a remarkable vehicle. The plastics aren't just clean, and we haven't cleaned it, by the way, so don't, I've not been in here spraying stuff inside the car. It's had nothing, but the fact that all these plastic surfaces look like they did when they were brand new, it is a stunning example. Air conditioning's pumping out lovely cold air, and it's 20 plus degrees today, so it is, it's a warm day. sat-nav system, because obviously it was an option when these were new, some didn't, but this has sat-nav. It's all fully functional, but the quality of the switchgear is quite extraordinary. It really, really is. It's a wonderful car. God. Sorry, I just turned the radio off a second. Yeah, I'm just looking around inside the car, just trying to pick up on anything I can in terms of kind of wear or tear that I can see, but I really just can't see anything. Dashboard, classic Honda dashboard, crystal clear information, dead easy to read and take the information in. It's just, you know, the whole thing. It's just, yeah. Sorry, I was distracted by the phone there a second. Yeah, all absolutely fabulous, and beautifully built. Not a squeak or rattle from the interior of the car. You know, and this is a genuinely brilliant car. In its, or at its time in the marketplace, it would have been pitched against sort of top-end European stuff, like kind of top-end Mondeo, you know, sportier versions, Passat maybe, the Volvo 5-cylinder jobs, or the turbo things, and then obviously you've got Audi, Mercedes, BMW. The only car that handled anywhere close to as good as this would be a BMW 3 Series. This is a brilliant chassis, and be no doubt about that. It's got a ride comfort which is just elegant in a way. It just wafts down the road. It absorbs beautifully. The damping is absolutely fantastic. They've never bettered it. They've never got as close to perfection as this car with their later vehicles, in my opinion. But it's the accuracy of the steering and the chassis and its responses, and I know how good these are because I've driven them around Castlecombe race circuit, so I know what they're like on the limit. Not that most people get anywhere close to it on the public road, and it is an astonishing car. It really, really is. I'm sorry, I said I knew this video I was going to get carried away, and you know, but it's rare to have them, and it's going to get rarer and rarer and rarer to find them in this kind of condition. But genuinely, I'm driving it now. If I was going to criticise a car, you know, that was 3 or 4 years old after this test drive, I couldn't. And the same, I can't with this one either. It exhibits just no obvious wear in it that I can feel at all. The only thing I'm going to try lastly is the wipers, because they're a pet hate of mine if they smear, and even they don't. So there we go. Yeah, genuinely, honestly, please, if I've missed anything on the video, please don't hesitate. Do give me a call. I'll happily answer any questions you might have. But based on this test drive, you'll be come to see a really, really fantastic example of this wonderful car.